Welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model this anchor bracket. As you can see that I have already did it, and I will show you from the scratch how you can do the same. So let's start. So I will close this file and I will create a fresh new file, and I create a body and then I create the sketch, and I will select this exit plane, and I will make my center, this whole center, at the origin point. So first I will make this circular extrude like in this direction, and then on the back side I will create this whole profile, and then I will extrude it. So that is the idea of the modeling. Now I will give it a diameter. So diameter is 51, so I will give 51, press enter, and now I will come out of the sketch, and I will go for the pad, and pad dimensions I see here 44, so I will give here 44 and I will say OK. And now on the back side I will create the sketch, and I will switch to the isometric to know that. So I will move to the rear view, so now here I will project my diameter. Okay, and now I will draw the two lines, approximate lines, and then I will select this and this, and I will give tangential relation, and same here. And now I will draw a 3-point arc here, and I will make this and this point as horizontal, and I will make this and this tangent, and here radius is R20, so I will give it a R20. And now I will draw a 3-point arc here as well, and I will make it tangent, and now I will merge these center points. So here is a conflict, so I will select this constraint 3 and I will say delete. Again there is a constraint 2, so I will say delete. Okay, now I will give my dimension from center to center. Here it is a 140, so I will give here 140. And now we will see what is the unconstrained. So this is the unconstrained, so I will select these two center points and give horizontal constraint. So now our sketch is fully constrained. Now I will come out of the sketch and I will switch to the isometric view, and I will click for the pad. So here I will reverse my directions, and here the pad distance is overall, here it is given 22, but here I am unable to read the dimensions. So I will give it approximate, later we can change. So I will give it here, so whole it is a 22, so I will give the 10. So it is the 11, so I would consider the same thickness, so I will give the 11 and I will say OK. Now here you can see that these two extrude feature are the merging. So to resolve that, I will click on the pad 1 and here in part design refine I will set true. Okay, so now I will create this pad here. So I will select this face and I will say sketch, and I will project this arc. So I will click on the edge and I will project it, and then I will select for the slot, and I will resolve my constraint. So here is a 8, so I will delete it. So now I will merge these two, center, merge, now I will select this one and this one and give it equal. And now slot radius is a R20, so which is given here. Now I will give center to center dimension, which is 50, so I will give it a 50. Now I will close my sketch and I will go for the pad, and here I will give the 11 mm. Okay, so this 11 mm looks more, so I will give this pad 15 mm, 15, and this pad would be the 7 mm. Okay, so now material removal we will do later at this location and these locations. First we will make the solid features, and now we will make this feature, this one here. So for this I will create the sketch on this face. So I will select the face and I will create the sketch, and I will project my diameter. Okay, so overall height is 20, so I will create a 3-point arc, and I will make it equal. I will say merge, and I will delete this constraint. This as well. Now I will drag my arc here. Now this is the 20, so it should be symmetric. So I will select this one and this one and my axis. Now it is symmetric. Now I will select the polyline and I will close my profile. Now I will give it horizontal constraint. This one will be horizontal. Now this dimension is 20, so I will give it 20, and here is a R12, so I will give this one R12, and now I will come out of the sketch and click on the pad, and I will say here reverse, and from here I select up to face, and I will select my back face, and I will say OK. Now I will switch to the isometric. Now we will do the material removal. So first we will remove the material at this location. So I will select this face and I will say sketch, and now I will select the slot and I will create a slot here, and I will delete this, and I will project my edge, and I will merge this to center, and I will delete this constraint. So now diameter is 12, so radius will be 6. Now center to center dimension is 50, so I would give it here 50. So our sketch is fully constrained. Now I will come out of the sketch and I will go for the cut, and I will say through all. Same way here we will do it, but we will do it in a single sketch here. Now I will select this face and I will create the sketch, and I will switch to the isometric view, and now here it would be at the center, so I will project my edge. I will select this edge, and I will project this edge as well, and now I will select the 3-point arc. Okay, and now I will switch to the top view. So this radius will be R12, so I will give here 12, and I will make this point and line coincidence, and from the edge it should be from this point to this one. I will give 22 and I will say enter, and now I will close my profile. So I'll select the line, so here is a conflict, so I will delete the constraint. Okay, so now our sketch is fully constrained. Now we will simply remove the material. So I will go for the cut operation, and here I will say through all, and I will say OK. Now I will select this face and create a datum plane at a distance of 22, because we see our dimension here is a 44, so I will give 22, but I want in a reverse direction, so I will say minus, and I will say OK. Now I will say mirror, and from here I will select my reference, so I will select this one. So you can see it got mirrored. Now I will off my datum plane. Now we will close the material at this location. So for this I will select this face and I will create a sketch, and now I will project my diameter, and I will create a 3-point arc. Okay, now I will merge these 2 points and I will close the profile. Okay, now I will come out of the sketch and I will go for the pad, and I will say reverse, and from here I will say up to the face, so I will select this face and I will say OK. Now this does not looks good, so I will go here and I will select my feature, which is the pad, and I will say it refine true. So you can see that it got removed. Now I will select my pad 004 and I will go for the mirror, and here I will select my reference manually. So I will on this datum plane, so you can see that it got mirrored, and I will say OK. Same way I select for the mirror, and refine, I will say true. Okay. So better I split up it in like this. Now I will off my datum plane and I will switch to the isometric view. Okay, so now we will select this face and I will create the sketch, and I will project my outer edge and I will draw the circle. So the diameter is here given 31.7 to 31.75, so I will select the maximum. So I will select this one and go for the diameter, and I will say 31.75, and I will close it. Now I will go for the cut, and from here property manager I will say through all. Instead of making this sketch, we will add this feature as well. So better I move my property view to the right side. Okay, now I will modify this sketch and I will create a rectangle, and I will delete this one, and I will make this 2 point symmetric. Okay, so I have keep this tab separated. So now I will make it symmetric, so I will select this point and this one and my axis. Now I will resolve the constraint. I will delete this one, and now I will give my dimensions. So this is a 2 saw, so this is the 2 mm, so I will give here 2 mm, and now I will trim my geometry. I will trim this one and this one, and I will move it outside. And now I will select this point and this point and give dimension, say 40. Now I will close the sketch and I will go for the cut, and here I will say through all, and I will say OK. And now I will make this 6 drill 2 holes, means one on the top and other would be on the bottom. So I will select this face and I will create the sketch, and I will switch to the isometric view, and now I will project my arc here. And I will create a circle and I will give it a diameter 6, and now from the top I will select this point and this point and give horizontal constraint, and position is 32 from the center. So for this I will try to project this edge, and I will switch to the wireframe and I will switch to the top view. So from here to here it should be 32. So I will select this point and this point, our origin points, and I will so this is the 32. Now I will switch to the flat lines. So this is going outside. So it should not be 32 because this radius is R12, and so what we will do, we will make this dimension approximate, or simply we should not give this dimension. What we will do, we will simply give here from here to here I will give dimension 6, and I will close the sketch, and I will go to the tree view and I will go with the flat lines, and now I will go for the it is a flat drill, so I will simply go with the cut feature and I will say through all. In fact it should be with the whole features, so no problem, we will use the whole feature. So now here I will give my diameter 6 it took, and I will say it through all, and I will say OK. Now I will switch to the isometric view. So we have made all the dimensions, all the features of this part. There is a fillet and round R3, so we can give the fillet to the all the edges here, and now we can give some color. So I will go to the appearances, and here I can give the material, so I will give the chrome. So this is how we have converted our 3D drawing of anchor bracket into the FreeCAD 3D model. So friends, this is all about these sessions, how to model anchor bracket in FreeCAD. Thank you for watching.